Please go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So basically, the idea of the Congo Developers Group was to federate people around the technology, sharing ideas and things like that. And mostly from the DRC, but we have so many students who are like studying in Rwanda, Kenya, Burundi, and so on. So for us, we have different sessions where we discuss different ideas, different technologies. We have training sessions with different people who are mostly experts in their fields. And in the near future, we would like to be having like, certifications and courses that people can take outside of the academic setting. So that's why we've reached out to IBM, because, we have this platform that can actually help people and skills and I think certifications as well. And also really get to be really market ready with the skills that actually matter. So from our side, we have a group of, as the management, we have the 3 people actually with us right now, which is Lens, David, and Guy. So I don't know if they can just say hello very briefly, and then we can pick it up from there. We can start with Guy. If you...
Hello, my name is Guy, as you said. So I'm so proud to be here, and yeah, only that.
David.
Hey, I'm David. I'm a software developer based in Congo, DRC. Yeah, we've been working together with Patrick and Guy to push developer communities and to put people together and share ideas and opportunities. That's about me.
Nice. I don't know if he's with us. Basically, that's the team that we are working with. They're based in Goma, currently Eastern DRC. And myself, I'm in Madrid for the moment. So, Mr. John, you can take over. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Nahayo, for giving us the opportunity to meet with the Congo Developers Group. It's a good opportunity to share what IBM has in terms of skills development. I understand most of the members are from academia, so universities from, let's say, East and Central Africa. So what we have to share, I believe, will be beneficial in their career development and also in the work that they do as they pursue their education. My name is John Matogo. I'm part of the IBM Corporate Social Responsibility team. I'm based out of Nairobi. And as I will share briefly in a short presentation, part of the focus areas for our corporate social responsibilities on the area of skills development. With me is a colleague, Angie. Angie, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. I'm Angie Rasoroka. I'm based in South Africa, IBM South Africa. I'm also a member of the CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility team under John's leadership. Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Angie. Thanks for joining us. So during the call, Angie and I will be ready to answer your questions and support you in terms of leveraging the IBM offering specifically for academia. So if you have any questions or queries, feel free to put them in the chat, although we will open up for questions a little later in the presentation. Okay, so I will just run the session via a short presentation just to give an overview of what we have on offer. So just a couple of slides. And then after that, I will just point you to the different websites where you can leverage on different resources from IBM that will be useful for you as you go about your activities. So let me just share my screen. Okay, and then just give me a quick prompt if you have, if you can see the screen, okay? So what I will be sharing with you is the education offering from IBM. As I mentioned, this is part of corporate social responsibility in terms of skills developments. Just a little bit about IBM. So IBM is a technology company right now with our focus on hybrid cloud, data, and AI. This screen just shows some of the industries that IBM participates in and is a leader in those particular areas. So on the bottom left, you can see that's a piece of a bank card that just represents the financial services. So we have a huge portfolio in terms of technology that is used by customers who are based in the financial services industry. So banks, insurance companies, many of them use our technologies in one way or another. The aviation industry, space exploration, movie industry, manufacturing, just think of it, a lot of different industries make use of IBM technologies in one way or another, leveraging on the technologies just to enable them achieve their mission. Allow me to just switch off my video just to make sure that we have a good experience in terms of bandwidth. So through this slide, I just wanted to share with you the breadth of expertise across different sectors that IBM has a focus on. And like I mentioned before, our focus right now as a company is on artificial intelligence, hybrid cloud, and data. So this picture here just shows when we were showcasing our artificial intelligence capabilities about a decade ago, when we put our artificial intelligence engine, Watson, in a competition against some of the best in the game show Jeopardy. And as you can see, Watson was really doing very well. So this, another thing that also you can say defines IBM is this long history of innovation. So as a company, we have been in the industry for more than 100 years. So actually this year in June, we celebrated 111 years of the company's existence. So that's just really what makes IBM a unique company. So over 100 years of expertise, of innovation excellence, and this broad expertise in terms of different industries that we participate in. But I think even more significant is really the commitment and the heavy responsibility we place on trust and securing our clients, any activity to do with our partners and our clients. So this is really a quick overview about who IBM is. For today's discussion, we'll be looking at the skills. I mentioned that we are part of the Corporate Social Responsibility Organization. As a focus for the Corporate Social Responsibility, we are targeting three main activities. So we've got programs around sustainability, which is what we call the ESG, Environment, Social, and Governance. On the education, which is what we'll be spending most of our time, we've got different programs that are focusing on different levels of learners, and I will talk more about that later. And then we also do a lot of work in the area of giving and volunteerism. So within education, our company has made a commitment to train over 30 million learners before the year of 2030. So this is something that this year we are on track to train 3 million learners. And we do this primarily through our SkillsBuild platform. So SkillsBuild is a brand that we use to take our education offering to different learners all over the world. And the content that we have on SkillsBuild targets learners at different levels. We've got SkillsBuild for students. This is looking at mostly those who are in high school, so from age 12, 13 thereabouts, going all the way to 18, so those at high school level. We have what we call SkillsBuild for adult learners. These are those learners who are above the age of 18 and are looking to learn or explore further learning on technology, whether it's on a personal level or whether they're in any learning institution, they're welcome to do that. And this is all content is available on an open platform. Then we also have, for those who are in college and university, which is a bit more formalized and deeper level, we've got what we call SkillsBuild for college educators, where we work very closely with universities and faculty members to enable them or give them learning on new technologies, and then they train their students thereafter. And then we also have what we call SkillsBuild software downloads, which is a resource catalog of different IBM technologies that we give to a closed group of students and faculty members in universities for them to access this content and use it for their learning, for their research purposes. So for today's discussion, I will focus on this SkillsBuild for adult learners, SkillsBuild for college educators. I'll make a mention of it, but usually we discuss that directly with the universities. So if you have, if your universities are interested in running this SkillsBuild for college educators, what I would suggest is maybe we could connect after the call via email, and you could make an introduction to the university, and we'll be happy to connect to them and see how we could get your university or your college onboarded into this program. But so for today's session, we'll spend more time on the SkillsBuild for adult learners and also for the SkillsBuild software downloads, where you can all get different technologies that will enable you to continue your learning and also to do your innovation activities. Okay. Well, why are we focusing on education, and why are we focusing on skills? As a technology company, we are keen to develop the workforce of today and also of the future. So we, as a responsible technology company, we are present in over 170 countries globally. And as you saw, we have partners in almost every industry. So we are keen on making sure that we are contributing in terms of enabling the workforce that can be productive in the locations where they are. As a technology company, again, we realize that technology jobs have changed significantly, and we are keen to bridge that gap by making available these skills that would enable these different people to secure opportunities. And this will, as I will show you, is we do it through our SkillsBuild platform. So another fact that is there, and this is something that is very well known globally, that digital skills, especially in certain areas, are in short supply. So there's always a constant demand for those. So we need to make sure that we are also enabling the development of those skills. If you think about skills like cybersecurity professionals, these are areas that require skills, data analysts and data scientists. So there's a need for developing skills around those areas. We also appreciate the job losses that have occurred due to the changes that have been happening in the last few years. So there is also a big need for reskilling so that people can get new opportunities that have emerged within the workplace. So this is really why we are proposing and going out there with our SkillsBuild platform. So the SkillsBuild platform is available online. It's an online digital learning resource available at the URL skillsbuild.org. So if you want to take note of the link, just take note of that link, skillsbuild.org. And as I mentioned, we are targeting different levels of learners from the high school, so SkillsBuild for students, adult learners, SkillsBuild for adult learners, and then working through the educators, which is the SkillsBuild for college educators. And then we'll go through that and see. The SkillsBuild software downloads, I'll show you how those are made available on the portal. So this would be the typical landing page, and then based on the level you find yourself, you can then navigate and find content that will be relevant for you. It's a fairly intuitive platform, so it's easy to navigate. and as you'll see, you can register yourself fairly easily. Okay. So it's a free digital platform, so all of you can leverage it for the open content. However, for those who are, for some areas, like I told you, SkillsBuild for software downloads and SkillsBuild for college educators, those elements are closed and you require different access, which I will talk about as we move forward. The content available in the platform, especially the learning content, you will see there's a lot of comprehensive learning material. And apart from just taking the learning, you can take the tests when you complete a learning, and you can, once you complete the test successfully, you'll get a digital credential, which is very good, that you can go and showcase or show to different potential employers or people that you're working with for opportunities, just to confirm that you've completed that learning and you have that skill. There is also content that is quite varied. So from technical topics, talking about the cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, data science, and so on, to also more professional and workforce related topics. So, project management, developing your online profile on LinkedIn, how to manage interviewing, and to topics like how to be an entrepreneur. And there's literally thousands of hours worth of learning available on the platform. So depending on your area of interest, you can navigate into the platform and find what is useful and relevant to you. In addition to the learning content, there's also career guidance tools. So for example, if you want to take a career assessment, there are tools there that allow you to do a career assessment, and based on that, you'll get recommendations on learnings, okay, based on your interest, so that you can begin building your career. There is hundreds of courses, topics, modules on the platform, some from IBM and some from our partners. So you'll see quite a varied content from various partners based on the areas of expertise. So as you'll see, it's quite comprehensive and a very rich offering that you'll have available on the platform. So in your case, being university students, I will talk you through the SkillsBuild for software downloads, and also the SkillsBuild for college educators. And then based on that, you can then also find your way. I will also give you an overview of some of the topics on the SkillsBuild for adult learners, so that you can also leverage on some of those resources as you go about finding learning on the platform. Let me begin with the simple one, which is the SkillsBuild software downloads. So the SkillsBuild software downloads is a portal where you can go in, and I think this would be actually relevant for all of you who are in the developers group. You can go in there, download various software tools, and then begin using them. Okay, so as long as you register there using your university email address, so you need to have a university ID, you can go into the SkillsBuild software download portal and then find out different software titles based on their categorization. So whether you're interested in cybersecurity or artificial intelligence or data science and so on, you can find that under the topics, and then once you find there, you can find software that can be useful and relevant for you. In addition to the software, we also have a lot of course materials around those particular topics. And in addition to that, we also have access to IBM Cloud. So if you go through the SkillsBuild software downloads, register, and being a university student, you can get, let's say, privileged access to IBM Cloud. That means you can upgrade your account using what is called a feature code, and that will allow you to have more resources, more services at no charge on IBM Cloud. Usually, if you go to the Open IBM Cloud and register yourself, you get a limited version of IBM Cloud, a free version that is limited for 30 days and also has reduced services and computing capacity. But once you get the free account and you go to SkillsBuild software downloads, register yourself using your university email address, whether you're a faculty member or a student, you can upgrade that free account and it will give you extended services. So for example, as a student, you will get not just the 30 days, but up to 6 months, which is renewable, by the way. And then for faculty members, it will be to 12 months, again, renewable. So when it's about to come to the end of the period, you can renew it and extend it further. In addition to the time period, you also have extra services. So you, on the catalog of cloud services, you'll have many more services available to you, extra computing capacity. So you can do much more on the account using the SkillsBuild software download code that you get therein. Okay, and I will show this to you practically, and I invite you to also try it out. So I've talked about this. So you get access to IBM Cloud, you get access to software, you also get access to quality software, course material. And again, I will show that to you shortly. There's another program which we call the Skills Academy, previously called the Skills Academy, now called IBM SkillsBuild for College Educators. And we call it college educators because we work with your university faculty to actually get access to this program. So what happens is that with a teaching institution, with a university or a college, what we do is sign a simple agreement. And with that agreement, what we do is to train your faculty or your teachers so that they can continuously train all of you. So we've got topics, we've got courses around artificial intelligence, cloud computing, cybersecurity, data science, design thinking, quantum, and so on. And it's quite a detailed, comprehensive class. So we've got content that has case studies, there's labs, there's lectures that you need to go through. And then once you complete that, and also some case studies, group work. And once you complete that, you'll then be eligible to sit a test. And once you complete the test, then you get the digital certificate or the digital credential for that. Okay. So if you're interested in getting this program in your institution, connect with myself or Angie, and we will guide you and your university how to go about that. Okay, but this we need to work together with your faculty members for them to onboard this program in your university. So let me just pause there for now before I go to the show you on the portal in case there are any questions or queries regarding this. Feel free to put them in the chat or to unmute and just ask them. Anyone with a question so far?
Mr. John,
yes.
You remember my concern before when we were talking was those who cannot have access to the university emails. So what do you recommend for them to do?
So for those who, for example, to access the SkillsBuild software downloads, that you'd require to have access to your university email. So what I suggest, if those who don't have, maybe we could work together with you and see how your university can get those email accounts to you. In the past, when we connect with the university and tell them about the program and they see that that is a key requirement, they actually very quickly organize for the university to get the students to get email accounts. And we can also point you to different partners that can help you to get these email accounts for your university. By the way, there is, in many cases, almost no cost for the students to get email address. It's just an administrative procedure for that to be done. So if you have members or colleagues that are from university that do not have this, maybe we could have a separate follow-up discussion, and then we see how we can work together with the universities to organize those email accounts for the student, because we need it to be at a university email domain, because as you'll realize, we're giving access to software that we normally would sell So we need to make sure that the people who connect to that and downloading those software and tools are actually part of the university. So they need to be the faculty or students at the university, and through the email addresses where we sort of confirm that they're actually part of the university. Is that clear, Nahayo?
Sure, I think that's fine. So this
Okay.
will be the individual schools now.
Yeah, so the SkillsBuild for software downloads, this would require actually that they use the university email address. And for the SkillsBuild for college educators, what we can do is have a separate conversation with the university management to begin this process, because there is a little admin we need to sign with the university for this to be approved. So these two actually are, you can say, a bit specific because they require that special access. In a short while, I will show you the SkillsBuild for adult learners. So the SkillsBuild for adult learners, this one is fairly straightforward, because here you can actually connect with a open Gmail or LinkedIn account to access this one. So this one doesn't have the same sort of it's not as closed as the other ones here. So this one, as long as they have just the email address, a Gmail email address, they'll be able to connect with this. And you'll see this also has a lot of learning content. So those are just the differences between these two different platforms. Any other question?
Because we have some people who speak French, so si vous avez des questions à poser, vous pouvez le faire ou bien l'écrire dans le chat.
Thank you for the translation. By the way, if you'd like to just summarize some of the items.
I have one question.
Yes, please.
Are the content only in English, or we have some content in French?
So you'll see that in the SkillsBuild for adult learners, we'll have a lot of content in different languages. So I believe the content here, depending on the modules, can be in up to 9 languages in this particular content here for SkillsBuild for adult learners. In the SkillsBuild for college educators, this one is in English, and then this is also in English. However, this is mostly just software, and the software is already in English. So this one I can tell you is in multiple languages, and you will see that shortly. So this one is multiple languages, and then this is in English. These two are in English. Thank you for the question. Any other questions or queries? Okay. So if there are no questions as of now, let me just switch modes, and then I can show you the content on the website. So I'll just open a new window. Someone has a question? Sorry, it's a little low. I can't hear you.
José, on n'arrive pas à vous entendre.
Je voulais juste te demander s'il y a moyen de récapituler un peu en français.
Est-ce que vous pouvez écrire la question dans le chat? On n'arrive pas à vous entendre, José.
Okay, so maybe Nahayo, if you see the question, you could just voice it out.
Exactly, I think he can write the question and then later we
address
All right.
it. So I've just I've just opened up the SkillsBuild portal website. As I shared the link before, it's skillsbuild.org. When you open up the website, you'll find a page appearing similar to what you see on the screen here. Okay, so this is the landing page for SkillsBuild. As you can see, fairly simple page to access. Can also be accessed via mobile phone, so no issues at all. You can see the content is organized here in terms of learners, educators. For organizations, means that when we work with other organizations, especially to train the high school students, we give them a special access to do that. So let me show you. So like I mentioned, today I will focus more on the content for the adult learners, and also I will focus on the SkillsBuild software downloads. If you want to have this program for the educators in your university, please reach out to me or to Angie, and then we'll work with your universities to onboard these programs in your institutions. So for today, I'll look at SkillsBuild for adult learners and also SkillsBuild software downloads. I'm not sure if the colleague who had the question has written it down. Maybe you can just check, Nahayo.
I'm not really sure I understand what it means. José recalculer quoi exactement?
So I think he means that maybe you can try to translate a bit so that they can understand. You can translate in French so that they can understand what you've been talking about.
Ah, ok. So, José, je pense qu'on va faire une session peut-être le dimanche pour essayer un peu d'expliquer au reste du groupe un peu en français. Mais pour le moment, c'est un peu difficile de tout traduire en français en temps réel. So, he wanted to know if we can have let's say, real-time French translation, which is not possible for the moment. But we're going to have another session with the rest of the groups, so that in French this time, so that they get to see how the platform works and things like that.
Okay, there might be a real-time French translation. Maybe on your side, if you can see the from your screen, from your WebEx installation, if you can look at the section that says CC. I don't know if you see CC there. And then if you check for French, then I think it can give you almost a real-time translation in terms of the closed caption. So maybe you could just ask them to, you could try this, Nahayo. If it works for you, then you could also advise some of the colleagues to try that as well. Because I believe that was a feature of WebEx that you could do this.
Yeah, I can see the captions and highlights. But I cannot see the option to translate to French.
Oh, okay. I thought it had the option for French translation. Did you download or you're using it on the browser?
No, I have the software. I can see in the options, there is no option to choose the language. The hide captions, font size, and the use light background. But in any case, it's okay. We'll have a session with them and then explain to them how the platform works. And then we can have another session, which will be great for the rest that don't speak English.
Okay, sorry. Maybe in future we can also try and get a colleague who can translate into French, who can give the presentation in French. All right, so I have opened the SkillsBuild website. The website URL is skillsbuild.org. Just open up your browser, go to this website, and it will open up that website. When you get to the landing page of the website, this is what you find here. At the top, you can see there's the learners, educators, and organizations. So our focus will be on the learners section. If you'd like this program to be brought to your university, you could connect with myself or Angie, and we'll work with you to get the faculty members to register, and then to start, they will attend a training so that they can train the students. So for the SkillsBuild for adult learners, which is what I'll show you today, and the SkillsBuild for software downloads, we would go to the learners tab here. When you open the learners tab, you can see we have content for high school, for college students and for adult learners. So for adult learners is the first one I will show you, then we'll go to the college students. So when you're an adult learner and you come to the platform, you click on the overview for the skills build for adult learners. Here we'll just show you what you get as an adult learner. You'll get a lot of course material in different modules. So if you're, for example, looking at the content organized by way of learning of career roles. So if you, for example, want to become a cybersecurity analyst, we have some predefined courses for you to take, or a data analyst, or a project manager, customer service representative. We have some defined courses. Okay. However, if you'd like to find the courses using other ways, that just to pick and choose what's available there, you can look at the different courses available, and then you can pick and choose what you want. So for example, I've just gone down to courses. I click on this and you can see there's lots of different learning courses available there. This is just an overview from courses which, let's say, workforce readiness courses, which are digital foundations, to technology courses like AI, cybersecurity, and so on. So there's literally hundreds of those different types of courses. Now, accessing the skill build for adult learners is fairly simple. You can see on the top right, there's this link that says sign up. So if you're a new user, you click on sign up. Okay, it will give you a window like this, which asks you, how would you like to sign up? Are you going in as a high school student, an adult learner, so free software downloads? Are you a high school educator? Or are you part of the college educators? So in our case here, let us say we are going in as an adult learner. So you click on adult learner, then you'd say sign up. When you click on sign up, you'll see there's a lot of different options for you to sign up. So if you have a Google account, you can just as simple as click on this one here. If you're on your phone and you're using an Android phone, it will pick this up almost immediately. If you want to link it to your LinkedIn account, you can also use your LinkedIn account. If you have used an IBM system before and you have an IBM ID, you can do that. Or if you want to use a custom ID, so maybe your university email address, you can use it here. Okay? But for the adult learners, you can use any email ID, and you just click on that. Answer a few questions, and then it will develop your account, and then you can begin learning. Let me open it just to see what is there. So I'll log in with my Google account so that you just see that anybody with their Google account can just connect in. So let me just close this for a moment. Okay, I connected with the incognito window, so it did not pick up my previous one. Okay. Okay, so just let me just go in with log in with my detail. Okay, then when so I go in as an adult learner, share my screen again. And you'll see once you get there, it's straightforward. Okay, so I've logged in because I'm already registered previously. When you get into the portal, it's fairly straightforward. You get into this skills build learning environment, and I will just show you how to navigate different things. I told you before that you can get the career assessment. So if you want to go for the career assessment, which is one of the things that you do fairly quickly, you can just click on career assessment, and it will invite you to take about a 20-minute career assessment. which will be a series of questions just to try and do an analysis of you as an individual, what your interests are, and then based on that, the system will then be able to recommend some learning for you. We have some predefined learning paths you can pick from here, or you can just look at the number of different courses that are offered and you pick and choose what's available, what's relevant for you. Once you pick on items, they'll go into your learning queue, and then you'll see what you need to learn. Items that you completed will be indicated here, and then you can see also on the dashboard here, when you've taken some learning, it will be summarized here. If you've gotten some digital credentials, it'll also be highlighted here. By the way, these digital credentials can also be shared on social media platforms. So if you want to show people that you've taken learning, that's also a good way to give yourself recognition for learning that you've taken. Okay, and it's fairly easy to use. So if you find a course, I'll just show you. I was taking a previous course, and if I want to continue from where I left off, you will also see that down here some of those courses are indicated there. So I'd opened up a course in entrepreneurship. It was part of our Be an Entrepreneur track, and then you can see that began taking a certain course and I'd reached a certain number. So if I click on this, it'll just take me back to where I was. Okay, and there will be also other courses that I recommended based on my previous answers to my profile, and also on my career assessment. I will receive learning recommendations here. So if I want to take that, I can just click on that module and I'll begin learning it. Okay, so fairly straightforward, fairly simple. There's lots of learning topics that are available there. You could look at the topics based on career path. Let me just show you some of those. So there's some topics based on certain career paths that have been shared there. Or if you'd like to look at just modules based on different things, you can scroll down and have a look at those. If you have taken the career assessment, you'll find that there will be some recommendations that will be offered to you there. Let me just show you. So there's also what we call a SkillsBuild community. So if you, for example, take learning in a particular area, in many cases you find communities around those particular topics. So if I'm taking topics around web application development, there will be a community that will be there for web application developers. And this is good because in addition to taking the learning and maybe you're trying to do an activity, you can also be part of that community, and you can then get support from others who are in that particular community as well. So this is also a very nice facility that's available on SkillsBuild, because you also become now part of a community. What else is good to show you here? I mentioned the badges. When you complete a learning and take the test, your digital credentials will be indicated there. Okay, in my case, I've not taken, under this profile, not taken any courses, so I don't have any badges that I can showcase here. Okay, but the badge will look something like I showed you in the presentation, something like this here, indicating the topic, where you took the course, and if somebody wants to find out, you can share the digital badge. Somebody can actually use that to verify that it's actually you who completed that particular learning. Okay. Any questions around the SkillsBuild for adult learners content? You can switch the languages based on your preferences. When you create your profile, you can actually change details about your profile. So if I go to my profile, I can actually choose different areas I'm interested in. I can also choose a language that I would like to have my content appearing in. So did I pass it? I think there was a section that I could have changed my, oh, sorry, English. The language is here. So you can change the language of the platform. And also by doing so, you'll find the modules that are appearing on or available to you will also be available on those different platforms. I think we support in total 16 different languages. French is one of the main ones, so I'm sure you'll find a lot of content available already in French. So I'm sure you would not have difficulty in getting most of the resources in French. Okay. Any questions around this from anyone?
From my side, not really. So that's not
Okay.
so complicated platform actually. So
Yeah, so I'd encourage colleagues to go in there, find courses that are interesting for you. So for example, if based on my question, I indicated like data analyst would be of interest to me. So if you go in there under data analyst, you can see that there are different learning items that are available here. And then you can go in and start searching for courses that are relevant for data analysts. So for example, there's this one for the fundamentals. I can pick on one, and once it opens up, I can begin the learning. You see, it tells me the 5 courses that are part of this particular course. I've completed none of those. Okay, and then I could begin. Some modules are 1 hour, some 2 hours, and continues building up. Okay, so if I want to take this one, I would choose that. I would say go to this activity, and then I can begin the learning on that once it opens up. So it asks me, do I agree for this particular policy? I confirm that I agree. And the content is quite adaptive, quite different. So if I'm connecting via mobile, it might look slightly different. But it's all quite interesting. Some modules are, you read some material, some cases you might have to do some activity or some work on the page. If I say start the course, it gives me a course overview, okay, and so on and so forth. And then I can begin, okay. What is the background, what's the credential, okay, and so on and so forth. So you can see now it begins the course here, okay. And as I finish that particular module, I can see the information about that. There's someone who's a colleague who was developing that particular content. So it gives the guide how the module is organized. Yeah, okay. Okay, then I begin about the topic. Why is data important, etc., and so on and so forth. As you can see, it's updating where I've reached. Okay, then eventually, in between there are short quizzes, but when I finish the entire course, there is a module for that particular. There's a quiz, a test for that particular complete module. Okay, so it's fairly intuitive, fairly easy to learn, and I encourage you to check it out. If I go, for example, here,
question,
yes, please.
Is there an option to have like an offline, let's say, mod? Because most of the people have issues with internet.
Okay, at the moment it's all online.
Capability.
At the moment it's all online, so we don't have an offline mode. But this is good feedback. What we'll do is we'll share with the team, and then let's see what we can do. Because yeah, you're right. In some cases, not everybody is able to have continuous connectivity.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Okay, so yeah, thanks for this. My question is about the resource consuming. For example, if I'd like to use a GPU, there is a way to, for example, to train a model using a GPU, IBM GPU, because we would like to have something like that.
Okay, so maybe that's a different topic, which I think I'll show you in the next discussion with the skills build for software downloads, because that you're talking about computing capacity, right? That will be in the next topic.
Thanks.
This one is mostly just for learning content.
Yeah. Only learning. Okay. Got it.
Okay, so if there's no more questions around this skills build for adult learners, let me switch modes and then go back to the skills build for software download. So I'll just leave that one and then move back to, let's go back to skills build, the homepage that I was telling you about. Okay, so this is the landing page. When we opened this, we went to learners and we went to adult learners, right? We looked at the overview, and then we went to the SkillsBuild adult learners desktop, the dashboard, right? Now, if you are looking for SkillsBuild software downloads, you'd come to college students, because remember this we're offering to, it's a closed, unlike the SkillsBuild for adult learner, which is open. This one is closed because we're giving you computing resources, right? So we go to SkillsBuild for college, SkillsBuild learners for college students. And under here, we've got software and cloud access, if you're just seeing this here. So if I click on this link here, it takes me to the page for SkillsBuild for software downloads. Okay. Now, unlike the one for adult learners, which was fairly straightforward, when you want to register for this one is given to a very select group of people who are part of the academic community. So here you need to log in, and this is what we were discussing in Ohio before. Here you need to have your university email address and your access to your university email address, because you need to register using your username and your domain for the university. Okay. Now, for that, you then need to go through a number of questions to do that. The reason why we ask you to use your university email address is because, remember, we're giving you access to premium content. Premium in the sense that this is content that we usually sell. But because of the academic collaboration we're giving to the university, students and faculty members, at no charge, but for academic purposes. All right? So here you need to register using your university email address. I hope this point is clear for this one.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to get in touch with the different guys who are responsible for the universities to see how they can manage this.
Okay. So let me just log in.
Very few people have access to university emails accounts.
Okay. So once your university is registered, it will just be a straightforward. Once your university is registered, you just click enter your university details, and it will be straightforward. Just to put in your show which university, which institution you belong to, sorry, which faculty you belong to, or which department, which is whether you're a faculty member or a student, and so on. So it's a very straightforward process. Let me just log in, because I'm already registered. I will use my IBM credentials. So just allow me to stop the sharing briefly as I log in. Okay. 'Bring it up now. One second, it's a bit slow on my side. Okay, I'm using my IBM ID, so it's taking a bit of time because we have a two-step that we need to do. So apologies for that delay. Okay, but when you log on, everything goes smoothly. You've entered your university email address. Everything is straight. You then get into the SkillsBuild software downloads page. Okay, you notice that the registration items have disappeared here. So the way we organize the content is based on different technology topics. So you can see here the different topic areas: artificial intelligence, data science, capstone. These are like technologies or knowledge on different topics that are useful for having a general overview about the different areas. So for example, under the capstone, we have agile development, we have design thinking as capstone as topics.
It looks like we've lost Mr. John. I don't know if it's only on my side or can anyone hear him?
Can you hear me? I think I lost connection momentarily. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
Thanks. I seem to have lost connection briefly. So I think the time when I went off, I was trying to tell you that when you're logged onto the SkillsBuild for software downloads, you can see the different topic areas. So if you I'm just putting, you can choose a topic area here on the menu, or I'm just showing you all of them. So you have artificial intelligence. The capstone has topics that encompass different learning areas, and I think these are important for people who are just about to you could be an expert in a certain area, but I think you'd have knowledge that would be encompassing for whichever area you're in. So topics like design thinking, agile development are covered here, data science. We've got what we call IBM automation, IBM cloud engineering, and so on. So all these are different topic areas focused on different technologies, but all of are organized in about the same way. Let me show you, for example, in data science. If you go to the data science module, you will see that the way we organize the content here is you have the information about data science in general. Then we have some course material about data science. So these are learning around the topic of data science and different technologies that we have there. We have a catalog of different software. If you're a person who's keen on data science, you'll see that there are different software tools that are available here. And you can download these and use them, right? And if you're looking for other resources, so if you're in the data science area, we've got data sets that we share for those who are looking to learn data science. So these are open data sets that you can use with huge amounts of data on different topics that you can, again, leverage on if you're interested in data science. If you're keen on artificial intelligence, similarly, we have the same thing. To the question that I think a colleague asked, how do I get extra computing resources? So the question to that is where you can now get here. So I would advise you to go to cloud. Under the cloud topic, we give you access to IBM Cloud, so you can go and learn about cloud and also about IBM Cloud. But if you go to the software section, So you can't get cloud, you can't download cloud, but what we can do is give you access to the cloud. So remember I told you that you can get the free IBM cloud, but in addition to the free one, you can upgrade that cloud account using what we call the feature code. If I go down to the cloud section on the software, I click on feature code. I can request for a code here by click on feature code, and then that feature code I can apply it to my cloud account that will then upgrade that account and give me more services. Okay. So how to get a free IBM cloud account? You just click on this cloud account trial. This will allow you to go to cloud.ibm.com. You register your free account. You can use your university email address because that will already become an IBM ID, or you could also use any account to create an IBM cloud account. But when you get this feature code, you can apply that code instead of applying a credit card to upgrade that cloud account. So that will give you more computing resources. So to answer the question that a colleague had asked earlier, how can I use extra computing capacity? Well, I can do that using the feature code here. If you need even much more computing resources than what is given by the free account, then feel free to connect with Angie or myself, and we can give you extra credits while we understand what it is that you're trying to do, so that we can upgrade that account even further and give you even GPU access if you need it. Okay. I hope that answered the question from the colleague who asked it earlier.
Exactly. Thanks so much.
You're most welcome. Okay, so this is I just want to show you that quick overview. So if I request a feature code, I need to click here. The instruction on how to apply that code and how to get the IBM cloud are also available here. So there's a link here to a GitHub page that just gives you the steps on how to actually go ahead and do that. So this is what I wanted to share with you. There is a lot of resources available there for all of you, especially the developers. The other resource I just wanted to show you, point you to is what we call the developer website from IBM, developer.ibm.com. So if you're looking to do specific tasks using IBM technologies, under the IBM developer website, you'll also find a lot of very interesting resources. This will be tutorials, this will be webinars. So for example, if you're keen on AI or using containers or different topics, analytics and so on, you can find that on this website here. We give you demos, we give you code patterns, we give you the webinars that you can look based on your area of interest. So have a look at this. This one doesn't require any, this is just an open site, so you can go in there and just have a look at that. So I know we are sort of 6 minutes over the time. Apologies for that. But I hope you found the session useful, and you can be able to find useful resources that will help you in your innovation and in your education journey. I welcome any questions, and I hand it over back to Nahayo in case you've got any comments.
Thank you very much, Mr. John. Very, very interesting stuff. Now, I think the next part from us will be to get to translate this to French for as many people as possible, because there is a very huge language barrier, and that's quite of a challenge on our side. But hopefully, we should be okay. So, from myself, I don't have any questions. S'il y a quelqu'un qui a une question, vous pouvez la poser. Et puis, je vais faire une petite traduction rapidement.
For me, it's not a question, but I would like to know if for example, we got something to talk to you, can I reach you easily? You will be available for us to start this journey with us, because I think that in Congo Developer Club, we will continue to talk about this and to involve some universities to try to get something. So yeah, I don't know if you will be available for us for a long moment.
Yes, of course. Happy to work with you. I just put my email address in the chat, so I'm happy to assist you. My colleague Angie, I'm not sure if she's still on the call. Angie, if you'd also like, you could put your email address in the chat so that the colleagues can also connect with us in case they need for help. Okay, so the answer is yes. We can for sure collaborate.
Yeah, thanks so much.
You're most welcome. And
I don't know if
I will share the recording link with you, maybe if you want to distribute it to colleagues afterwards.
Yes, exactly. That would be very much helpful.
Else had a question?
yeah, I think the last thing from me, so I'm asking about the career after, for example, taking many content from the IBM SkillsBuild, and there is no way to train people to jump into the career, so to have a job or the post development.
So in terms of job opportunities, well, number one, all opportunities from IBM, I would encourage you to check the IBM website for opportunities. That's number one. We always list actually all the opportunities on the IBM website. So if you go to ibm.com and then you go to the bottom careers, and then you'll search for opportunities there. But you'll realize that the skills that we show you open up opportunities, not just with IBM, but across the industry. So the topics that we're learning there are useful across any industry. So I would encourage you to take the learning, take the badge, and when you take the badge, build a good LinkedIn profile. And this is now the channel that a lot of HR practitioners, a lot of recruiters are actually looking for these skills on LinkedIn. So I would recommend that take the learning, and as you learn, also continue building a good profile on LinkedIn so that you can become more visible. This is my recommendation. I hope that was clear and okay with the colleague that asked the question.
Yeah, so clear, I understand.
You're welcome. Okay. Okay, so
Do you have any other question? Yeah, we can now.
Yeah, if there's no more question, I first of all want to say thank you to Nahayo for connecting with IBM and giving us the opportunity to meet with all of you. I hope what we shared was useful and can be relevant to your journey in your career and in your activities. Feel free to reach out to myself and Angie. We'll be ready to guide you and assist you. For those who are in universities and you don't have the email address, please connect with us as well, and we can work with you and your university to see how we could get email addresses to you and other students. So thank you, and I wish you a good rest of your day. Thank you, and bye.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, everyone.